Great rising, great being, great ending, depending on what part of time this video reaches you. Hope everybody's doing good and well. If not, I hope this video, this content can aid you in that direction. Just want to thank all my followers, subscribers for your engagement. Appreciate you guys. We pushing along, The sun is out. I'm soaking it up, trying to let my hair soak it up. I had a crazy dream last night. I'm not gonna get into the specifics just yet, but it's definitely encouraging me to speak on this shift that is happening, or this shift that should be happening. And this shift that I'm speaking on is tied to the way we experience the world outside of ourselves. There's a lot going on right now that bothers me, and it should bother you. And this video is to encourage you to really process and think about and empathize what others are going through and what they may be experiencing right now, especially that's going on outside this country. See, we've become territorial people when this is God's territory. We've become lost and confused, misguided on what is important to life. And the thing that is important to life itself. So it's so much death, there's so much chaos, dysfunction, there's so many things going on that's disrupting life for so many people, man. Poverty, all these things that, I'm noticing we don't even care about. And that's the sad part. We don't even care about it. Scroll on social media, you get on YouTube, you see people worrying about this person's beef and this person, how's it going? This person's beef, when that don't matter. What does that matter to the life when people are losing life? When we are creating the conditions for people to lose life. And what y'all miss is that life is the ultimate blessing. If you watching this video right now, you're experiencing the ultimate blessing because you're still alive. Not to say I'm the ultimate blessing. No, the fact that you're breathing, the fact that you still have life is the ultimate blessing. And there's a lot of people who are losing that right now, and we don't even care. We not even care. We're not even caring and considerate of it. In fact, some of us downplay it. That's worse. It's one thing to ignore something because it's not in your realm of your mindset, but to know of something and completely downplay it is worse. That's the worst thing we can do. That's why I'm doing what I do, because that has to shift. Which is what I'm talking about. That has to shift, and I'm gonna do whatever I can to shift it. And so many other people are trying to do the same. See, so I'm pretty sure you scroll past the YouTube feeds, the Instagram feeds, the Facebook feed, whatever feed that you feeding off of. I'm pretty sure you are seeing and hearing what's going on, but because it's not affecting you directly, you don't care. But then we wonder why we feel so lonely when we go through the dark times that we go through. I wonder why. Because when we should be caring about things that matter the most to the complete cycle of life, we don't. We downplay it. We even drag people through the mud who want to bring light to it. You know, we so worried about all these other things that really don't matter. Child tax credits. What does that matter when I don't even have the number? I don't have the right statistics right here off my head, but I'm telling you, we worried about child tax credits when there are children who are being kidnapped, sold in the sex trade. What about their credit? We don't want to give them credit. You don't want to mention what's going on with them, but you want to mention a child tax credit just for an extra couple $1,000s. That's what life is worth to y'all. That's what a child's life is worth to y'all. That's what it's worth to y'all. This is what life has become. Ignoring each other's darkest moments. I guess. See, that's what's wrong with America. I said it. And I'll say it again. That's what's wrong with it. America is the biggest illusion of all. Because see, here in America, they control everything to where you can't even think and feel for yourself. I'm gonna say that again. America controls so much of what you perceive, you can't even think and live for yourself. You think and live for America. That's why I say wake up. So I know this is gonna get flagged. I don't care. I don't care. I care about the people who losing their lives for unnecessary shit. I care about these children who are dying. I care about the elderly people who are dying, who are just going on about their life and caught in the midst of the 1% power tripping. I care about the world that my children have to grow up in. You should too. Ah, wait, you don't. You care about what kind of shoes they wear. Your focus is on how many followers you have. Hello. So what? So what if you got a blue check? What that blue check mean in the midst of this spiritual war that's going on, in the midst of these religious wars that's going on, in the midst of all these power structures that are just trying to control land that was never theirs to begin with, to try to control people that they shouldn't have control of in the first place. So, again, is that living? Is that worth what it is right now? Is it worth it? That's what you gotta ask. And a lot of the stuff that we are focused on is not worth it. It's not worth the time, energy, or your life. Half of us done sold our soul and don't even notice what we've done. See, when you can disregard any kind of death and it becomes normal to you, that shows the color of your soul. You have a dark soul, you got a light soul. Some of us have sold our soul, not even knowing. Most of us in America have sold our soul because we are desensitized to the stuff that's going on around the rest of the world for our quote unquote fake false freedom. Our fake freedom, the false freedom, I mean. It's sad. It's sad. It's very sad. If you don't see what's going on in the world and it don't affect you, especially if you're a parent, it's sad. But I forgot. Most of y'all just worried about claiming the kids for taxes. I forgot. What is the tax credit if y'all not ready for that? Y'all not ready for that. But I made my point. I've made my point. Fuck the money. Fuck the fancy living, the lifestyle. Fuck all of that shit. I normally don't even cuss in my videos, but at this point, it's just getting out of hand how disconnected to each other we are, how desensitized to evil we are, how desensitized to the wrong things in life. We celebrate it, we commend it, and look, I've been guilty of this. I'm not making this video saying I got it all figured out or I don't know what it is that's going on. Or like, let me re-say that, like I haven't been unaware of the things that are going on. There's been plenty of times where I've walked past homeless people when I've had a couple extra dollars in my pocket. It's been plenty of times where I've heard somebody ask for help, but I kept on moving because I felt like I was too busy and I really had so much to go do, and all I was headed to was the dispensary. It's been so many times where I've downplayed what a child may be experiencing. It's so many times where I've disregarded and I've ignored wrong, the right and wrong. Are you doing that? How many times have you ignored seeing right and wrong and standing on business to point it out, to call it out? Sometimes you gotta not fear what people are gonna think and say to you for you doing what's morally right. We have no morals here in the world no more. That's not even just America, that's the whole world. The whole world done lost their morals. And we have the audacity to feel like we are owed something. We are no longer owed shit in this life if we ain't gonna appreciate life and everything in it, including other people. We should be ashamed of where we at right now as humanity. We should be ashamed of what we allow. Yes, we allowed it. We allowed, the 99% has allowed this when we allow the 1% to take control of this. It's sick. It's sick. It's sick. All this land, all these resources, and we gotta fight for it. We gotta fight for life. We gotta fight for survival. And it's just become sick. And that's the example we've left for the generations up under us, to just focus on survival of the fittest, trying to be better than the next person. You know what we all equal with? When we wake up, inhale and exhale. I don't care about the color of your skin when your blood is red. Y'all hear the birds chirping. Y'all see the sun out in the end of January. I'm from the Midwest. I can easily be going on about my day, not making this video, but you know what? I got morals and principles. I have empathy. I show sympathy. Because that's what America has coming. We got a rude awakening coming. And you know what? I'm not worried about it. I'm not, because it's karma. It's karma. It's karma, America. We've been bullying the world for centuries on centuries. We've been going around disrupting so many lives, taking so many lives under the construct of freedom. Who are we to say this country need to be freed when our country ain't even free? Y'all gotta pay attention to the word play. Freedom. If you think we free, you dumb. If you think you free, you're dumb. And that's why I found my freedom with God. Because can't nobody take that away from me. It ain't no price on that. The only price on that is the faith and the sacrifice to maintain that mindset and that belief. I seen this lady go live and she said, we worried about other countries and supplying them and funding them, and we can't even take care of our own homeless. Well, imagine that. Imagine a high percentage of the homeless being people who serve the country. Imagine that. No, I would never understand why things have gotten the way they've gotten, but as the visionary I am, I see anew. God is showing me a lot to come. But in order for something new to come, the destruction of the old has to happen. So all the things that are happening in the world, that's what's happening. Destruction. It's just unfortunate that it has to be at the cost of life being taken. If I said that right. If I didn't, I hope you know what I meant. Y'all think these y'all think this weather we're having, these storms we're having are just anomalies? Nah. It's the clean sweep of God. Y'all can downplay God all y'all want. I'm not gonna judge you. Y'all can be blind to this all y'all want. I'm not gonna judge you. Because you're gonna have to deal with your own judgment. You're gonna have to deal with your own judgment of this. We wonder why America's so dysfunctional right now. It's because we've been judged. This is our judgment. On the brink of civil war, in the midst of another world war, on top of a spiritual war that's tied to a religious war. That's really what all this land is about. But they're not gonna tell you that because they want you distracted. They want you distracted because you fuel the economy. They need you to fuel the economy because that's the operating of America. But when are we going to operate for what's morally right? When are we going to operate for good principles? So yeah, I make these videos every day to give good energy and put stuff out there, but I'm still guiding us in the right direction that we need to. It takes baby steps right now. God don't want me revealing too much. Again, this is the home for the chosen, the ones who are already ready to understand what I'm talking about, the people who are already ready to walk down the paths of right, the people who are already ready to put a good imprint on the world. And I want to keep it that way. I don't even care to have all these subscribers. I want the authentic. I want the real people, not the trendy people. See, that's another thing that's going on. Be careful of what this trend is. They make everything trendy to desensitize you from what things are tied to. So now everybody want to be chosen. But chosen ain't just a statement. It's in your actions. It's in your beliefs. It's in your works. You can't be chosen if you can't even think about the stuff that I'm talking about in this video today. You can't be chosen if you disregard the loss of any life. You can't be chosen if you're just driven by financial gain. Don't be duped by the trend that's going around right now. Just really look at the people you follow. You will see. Why do you think Hollywood and the music industry is collapsing right now? Collapsing. Think of how much of our money we fed into the music industry and Hollywood and entertainment. And you tell me how that money accumulated has helped. Has helped any of the real causes that matter. Fuck a Oprah. I'll say it. 'Cause I can. Freedom of speech. If we so free. But now you realizing that you can't even say what you want to say anymore. So if you think we free, you're dumb. You can't see what happened to Hawaii. If you can't put two and two together, well, you may be more lost than I thought. But that don't mean you can't be found. That don't mean you can't wake up tomorrow with a new heart posture and a new mindset. That don't mean that you have to remain the way you are right now. See, people get so turned away from this talk as soon as I mention God and Christ, and they take it to religion when even religion has been corrupted, and that has happened to keep us divided, because at the end of the day, if we see that we all really believing in the same entity of one creator, one source, one divine, then there will be no justification for the shit that's going on in the world right now. We are justifying this shit by our actions or our lack of action in regards to the stuff I'm speaking on. Man, you gotta wake up and not have fear about it. I'm a 99%er. Fuck the 1%. Because all they've done is discredited God and took what he has gifted us all and used and abused and manipulated it for their personal gain and their benefit. So if this video crosses you and you feel this in your soul and you really understand that we are not free, and you're not dumb, I need you to put it in the comments, I'm a 99%er. Because until y'all realize that's what most of us really are all across this world, we are all 99%ers on the chessboard for the 1%, we ain't gonna get nowhere. As always, never settle, never give up. Always be you, always love yourself. Remember, God loves you. Not this world, not the country, not the money. God loves you. And life is beautiful when we allow it to be. And I say that so much because we don't allow life to be beautiful. But it's time we start. Be great.